Hello, it's Scott. I have wine. We're 6 weeks into a stay-at-home order here, going into week 7 in the state of Washington, and thankfully I have a lot of wine. So, that being said, I did go into Costco this weekend, stocked up, found a wine that really intrigued me, made by a family vineyard that I'd already reviewed, on a varietal that I like and a style that I love. Boy, I said that backwards. Actually, it's a varietal that I love and a style that I like. We're going to go ahead and review Browne Family Vineyards Grenache Rosé 2018 from the Columbia Valley. Will it get me through the rest of week 7 stay-at-home order? Stay tuned. Hey, this is Scott. You've tuned into the Rookie Wine and Whiskey Enthusiast channel, where YouTube's primary channel for discussing Washington State wines and spirits, especially whiskeys, but not exclusively. So, as I said in my intro, I do have a rosé here from the Grenache grape that was produced by Browne Family Vineyards, and I will go ahead and link, I believe it was their Chardonnay, I'll link it over here. It was their Chardonnay that I reviewed. And I really enjoyed it. So, but before we go into the review, if you like this content, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Also, if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. After you hit subscribe though, a little bell icon is going to pop up there. When you hit that, you will be notified when I upload new videos. That is, of course, if you like this content. Please go ahead and do that. So, let's get into the review of this. So, as I'm walking through Costco, one of the first places I hit is I do hit the wine rack. It's on our way to the vegetables. I don't know if they planned that or not. It actually works out great for me. And I saw this rosé. It's springtime, and with the lockdown order, I'm thinking I need some mood. I'd like to see about some wine that I could just sit on, cool down, and sit on my front deck overlooking the lake. So let's go ahead and take a look at the color on this. Now the color really does vary. It sits between, it's got a copper hue to it, but it really is almost a very pale or light salmon color, but it does have sort of a copper hue to it. The nose on this, by the way, it is relatively intense on the nose. I'm not even putting my nose in the glass, and I can go ahead and smell it right up to here. But when I do smell it, what I'm getting is I'm getting a grapefruit, pink grapefruit nose, strawberry. There's a little bit of raspberry. But what I find unique in particular about this rosé, and I've not smelled this, and I have a whiskey that I may be doing a review on where I've smelled this, and it's a slight eucalyptus note. Very floral eucalyptus, almost like a eucalyptus essential oil, except it sits in the background behind with the fruit. Now this is at 12.5%. I'm not smelling the alcohol on it though. Let's go ahead and take a sip, shall we? So right off the bat, that eucalyptus note really comes forward. It blends well with the pink grapefruit note. The strawberry, the red fruits, kind of take a back seat though. Matter of fact, they really do take a back seat. It's almost they're very, very light. It's almost like a very light strawberry jam note. But the eucalyptus is right there. And what I'm also tasting, and I didn't catch this on the nose, is a slight sandalwood or driftwood style of taste to it. The finish on this is, I would say it's about a medium finish. It's very pleasant. Body on this is a medium bodied wine. The tannin structure obviously is rosé. It's not going to be very tannic, though you can tell that there's a slight drying effect. However, this is probably the most acidic rosé I've had in quite some time. I'd say medium to medium plus. This is an off-dry wine. It's not very sweet at all. Matter of fact, you get with that citrus and the eucalyptus note. There's almost the sweetness of the strawberry is really background. And that gets me to the alcohol. I can't even taste the alcohol in this. This is a very nice rosé. I believe I paid less than $12 a bottle for this at Costco. Now, it should be relatively available in the Pacific Northwest, but you may want to check your Costco's because Browne has been doing a lot of things recently, and Costco's been showcasing a lot of their wines. So you may be able to find this Browne Family Cellars Grenache Rosé elsewhere. So I will also place a link to the vineyard down below in the description down below. What am I going to rate this? I do like this rosé. The Grenache, I'm a fan of the Grenache varietal. I have some 100% Grenache bottles downstairs that are just absolutely spicy and dark and rich with rich red fruits. This one obviously is because of the rosé is not going to have those deep, dark, rich fruits, but it has that eucalyptus and the slight citrus note with it. So I think this is a very well balanced rosé. Will I buy this again? Yeah, probably. I'll probably go, as long as Costco's carrying it, I'll probably pick one up every week, if for anything, just to throw in my wine cooler and make sure I have a nice chilled bottle of this. What am I going to rate this? I'm going to rate this an 87, maybe an 86 or 87 out of 100. I do recommend it here locally. If you find it, please go ahead and pick it up. Now, that brings me to one thing I wanted to ask is that if you have, in this particular lockdown, I was joking about the lockdown in my intro, but if you are a wine drinker and you have a special wine that you like to buy, now is the time to please support your local winemakers. A lot of these smaller winemakers especially don't have the distribution. So if you do have the extra funds, please go ahead and contact them and let them know that you appreciate them by buying a bottle of their wine, especially since they can't open a lot of them can't open their tasting rooms at all, which is how they get the majority of their business. So anyways, if you like this content, please go ahead and share. I do have another couple of videos that I'm planning on releasing in the next day or two, at least one other one. You know, let me know in the comments down below. Have you had the Browne Family Vineyards Grenache Rosé? Is there another Grenache Rosé that you've had before that maybe tastes very similar? Please let me know down in the comments down below. And as always, folks, alcohol consumption is up during this lockdown. So please, please, please drink responsibly. And life is too short for either bad wine or bad whiskey. This is a very pleasant rosé. Cheers, everybody. Just another few more short weeks. Hopefully.